Have you ever wondered why butterflies seem to flit from place to place, bobbing and zigzagging? This story is called Why Butterflies Can't Fly Straight. And it's what the Tewa Pueblo Native American families tell their children to explain why butterflies fly like that. One day, Coyote was taking a nap. In the kitchen, his wife said, "We're all out of salt." She went looking for Coyote. She found him in bed. "Coyote, wake up! Please go to the big salty lake and bring me back some salt crystals so that I can cook you a meal." "Of course, my dear," said Coyote, and he jumped out of bed and headed for the big salty lake. Well, he hadn't gone very far when he began to feel tired. "Oh, I think I'll just take a short little nap, and then I'll go get the salt." So he lay down, and very soon he was sound asleep. And that is where the butterflies who lived in a nearby meadow found him. They flew over Coyote, and they all thought, "Look at that trickster. He's sound asleep. Wouldn't it be wonderful to play a trick on the trickster himself?" And then one of the butterflies got an idea. She had each of the other butterflies pick up Coyote by just one hair on his body. So each butterfly lifted him by one hair, and together they were able to pick him up and fly him through the air back to his home and gently lay him down in bed without waking him up. They flew out of the house, laughing so hard that they wobbled as they flew. A little while later, Coyote woke up. "Back in bed? I thought sure I was on my way to the lake. Oh well, have to go." So he jumped out of bed and headed back toward the lake. Well, this time he almost got there before he felt tired. "Oh, just a short nap and then I'll be on my way," he said. So he lay down and soon was snoring loudly. The butterflies heard him and came to see there he was, sound asleep again. They all agreed it would be great fun to play this trick on him once again. So each butterfly picked Coyote up by one hair on his body, and together they lifted him up into the air and flew him home. They gently set him in his bed and flew out of his house, laughing so hard that they zigzagged as they flew. Sometime later, Coyote woke up and again found himself in bed. "How did this happen?" thought Coyote. "I have got to get that salt or my wife will never cook for me again." He jumped out of bed and hurried to the big salty lake just as fast as he could. Well, when he got there, he filled a cloth sack with salt crystals. But then he thought, "I've already been to this lake 3 times. No wonder I'm tired. I'll just rest for a moment." Well, he closed his eyes, and no sooner had he done it than he was sound asleep. And there the butterflies found him once again. They agreed it would be great fun to play that trick one more time. So together they picked him up by one hair each and flew him back home. They laid him gently in bed. Now this time they did take pity on him because they also carried that sack of salt crystals too and set it down on the floor next to his bed. They wobbled and zigzagged as they left his house. They were laughing so hard. Sometime later, Coyote's wife thought, I'm ready to cook. I need that salt. Where is Coyote? Well, she found him back in bed. And she was about to get very angry with him, but then she happened to notice the sack of salt crystals on the floor by the bed. She thought, well, it is a long trip. I guess he deserves a nap. And she took the salt crystals and cooked him a delicious meal. Now, Coyote later enjoyed that good meal, but he never did find out how he got back into bed all those times. And to this day, the butterflies are still laughing and wobbling in zigzags as they fly, laughing. And that is why butterflies can't fly straight.